Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I greet you and I welcome you all to another episode, which is titled Finland government don't enter one chance. In fact, now serious problem they happen for Finland now because all the whole citizens of Finland don't gather say, these people say wetin the man do to Simon Ekpa say no good. Say that judgment must be reversed, whether Alex Top like it or not. And as such now, Nigerian government itself don't turn their back on Finland. In fact, that is a typical example of what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said. He said, go and serve the zoo, and then you come back with the shame. My brother, the shame now where Finland they face, that Alex Top brought to them, my brother, it is unquantifiable. In fact, the citizens don't they prepare when they go hit street, just like France is doing now. May they go there, go they sing, we no go gree, say, this man must step down, or we're going to impeach him. Anyway, let me allow you to hear this message from the horse's mouth. Will be my brother from another mother, Mr. Chinedu, by the stage name, France in Finland. In fact, I'm going to listen to him very carefully, and then you come back for more discussion. I beg as you're watching, kindly help me. Use your right hand and your left hand, Biko, to Saramoza. Because on a gumma, because I say, Akoro Eguru, and Oyana Maha. Onye na-anụ ebe nu liozu asị ya bụwa ya wabido gịnị obido n'isi wee na-abụ. My brother, ngwa ugo ebere na mgbagbu, ngwa watch the video, ngwa biko subscribe, like, and make sure na ị na-ashare kwa, because all the very very important part. My brothers, ngwa let's go there. Once again, happy Sunday to you all. I love you, my wonderful people.
When we tell people that Finland wants to send Simon Ekpa to prison without proper trial, some people will be arguing in the comment section. What is a proper trial and how is a proper trial carried out? Look, a court is a place that has procedures and plans. You don't just come inside court and walk out with judgment. You don't go inside there and shop judgment like that. Before you accuse somebody of a high crime or whatever it is, the court has process. There are legal processes that every court passes through. And in Simon Ekpa's case, the court did not pass through those processes. Some people are believing it because it's Zoibo land. So you are confused. I don't understand the high-powered game going on in this case. These are the same people who do not even want Ekpa to go and appeal the case because they know what went on in that district court. How can a court find somebody guilty? Did you follow the steps of court, the procedures of court, the jurisprudence of court? Do you know what it is to call witnesses? Do you know that in a proper trial, you have what they call witnesses? Not only one, witness A, B, C, D, E, F, as many as possible. Do you know what they call exhibits also? You tender exhibits, pictorial exhibits, video exhibits, and exhibits both from both defense and both prosecution. Not one exhibit. Many of them, both even audio, just like what is happening in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case. You can see the detailed technicality going on in his case. That even during the case, they still submit fresh exhibits. They still admit more witnesses. They still allow Nnamdi Kanu to change lawyers and to keep progressing. The case progresses gradually because it's an elaborate step to find someone guilty. It's someone's life we're talking about here. They hurriedly did this thing because they know very well that if a proper trial is carried out in the appeal court, it is going to be struck out. So for this video, I am going to prove to you, finally, for those of you who are stubborn, who are still dragging this matter for personal reasons, to know that what happened in Finland court was a shrine of injustice, a travesty of justice, not a judgment of any kind. Simon Ekpa was not brought into Finland court to try him. He was brought into Finland court to hang him. And that will never be allowed to stand. For this video, I'm going to be showing you the procedures it takes from prosecution down to final judgment in a court. This is standard practice anywhere around the world. If it does not go through this, or the case haven't found out to have missed any step, or have jumped any step, or have been inadequate in any of these steps, that court was never a court in the first place. And after that, I will also tell you how long it takes for an appeal court to arrive at its judgment. So let me start with the district court and how processes, in a normal court works. Listen very carefully. Now, this is the trial proper, which is in the district court. This is exactly the steps from start to finish, how, the court operates. Number one, opening statement by prosecution and defense. There must be opening statements by the two sides, just like as it's happening in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Anywhere around the world, there is a prosecution and there must be a defense. Must a proper defense, not the one that was given to him, but his own personal defense. Now, let's go on. Now, the prosecution's case. The prosecution will call witnesses presenting forensic evidence, intelligence reports, and surveillance footage. Did Finland do this? Did the prosecution present enough, surveillance, enough, forensic evidence? Did they call enough witnesses? At least in Nnamdi Kanu's case, we saw witness A, mass witness. They kept on coming. We saw the evidence they were bringing, no matter how shady it was. But they kept on bringing them. It got to a point they had to even ask the former AG, Malami, to bring documents, the one that he had. They had to make a call again to bring documents. They were bringing these things. They even went to this one they call Onyami and co. And other people that were working for them. They had to bring in documents. They had to bring in files. That's what I even lied that he was sent, to buy 3,000 people. Nnamdi Kanu sent him. They brought in evidences. They brought in documents. They brought in newspaper reports from Vanguard, Punch. When did the one of Simon Ekpa's own happen? When did prosecution in Finland bring in their own report? When? Where are the reports? Which one did they use? The prosecution did a shady job. I put it to you, Finland. The prosecution was not prosecuting anything. You did not prosecute anything. Because prosecution alone, what you needed to prosecute Simon Ekpa, if you did your job by now, would have still been in prosecution stage. You wouldn't have even entered defense stage. Talk more of giving judgment by now. Just November. When did you gather all this evidence? Witness A, witness B, witness... Which witness did you call? I want to know. Witnesses, not witness. Because in law, in any court, you need at least 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 5 witnesses to corroborate a case. You understand what I'm saying? You, Finland, understand what I'm saying. Don't need to bother yourself pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. So you can't just put a man in prison without proper prosecution. Let's go on. Now, cross-examination. That is the next step after prosecution, testing witness, and other things. After prosecution presentation, you now talk about cross-examination. Cross-examining everything you have said, all the witnesses you brought, all the documents you brought, all the footages you brought, the information you had to nail this man to jail. The defense will cross-examine it. I want to ask, did Simon Ekpa, was he allowed to do proper cross-examination? Did they do anyone? What is the timeline of it? Where are the documents of the court? Where is he to see the certified true copy of the court? Where is the court judgment document? I've been asking people to bring things. Let us see everything now. You are hiding it because there was no proper prosecution. It was a shady prosecution, hush, rushed. It was a hoax, disaster. A disaster. You did no prosecution. Now, cross-examination, you did nothing. This was just will I call it a charade of a case? A charade in your district court. And I can say it before. The district court is a shambles, it's not a court. But you will argue. You call it a court. A court. Look at how the court is presented. Look at how a court. Under 6 months, you have carried out all this. Somebody will soon tell me, Oyibo court, they used to rush things. Okay, Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy has been facing trial in America for, I'm sure, up to a year now. Have they gone halfway? Have they gone halfway in his case? It's not a terrorism case, but you know that is a very high profile. It's a case that has a lot of needs evidence to pin. It's not a small case. There are cases that it's not about land. You're not dragging land here and there. There is a case that you can, if they decide to handle the case, if you allow Simon Ekpa to defend himself in this case, by now, we'll never start case. If you people allowed him to defend himself properly, without suppressing him and gagging him, by now, case never start. Now just now, we're not going to start. Because you finish prosecution. When you finish prosecution, by that time you bring your evidence. You bring your surveillance camera. You bring your videos, your audios. You prove. You now have to prove that he's the one that did those things. Or what is in that picture. You know what it is to prove something beyond reasonable doubt to the court. Then you talk about the witnesses. They will sit down on the chair one by one. They're not going to wear mask. This is Finland. When you finish with mask A, witness 2, witness 3, witness 4, your body will tell you. Send a case where you come. When you finish that one, then the defense will now start a cross-examination. Simon Ekpa's lawyers will stand up. His team of lawyers, because if you Simon Ekpa, let me tell you by rights, if you allow this case to move well, he would have had 1, 2, 3, 4 lawyers defending him, and the defense for strong. If for strong, if for press una for body, for feel say una they do case. No be this nonsense una they do. You want to because he's a black man, you want to dehumanize him without his rights. I have said it many times. You want to send someone to prison, no problem. Because even in Igbo, we don't tolerate nonsense. We are not known for crime. If we have any brother of us who you find guilty and you have enough evidence, don't worry, we will help you and put that person in prison for you. You don't need to tell us. We don't defend nonsense. But you will not take a brother, an Igbo man, and put in prison because he's an Igbo man. Systematic incarceration. Tribalism, you imported tribalism, bigotry from Nigeria to Finland. I want to use Nigerian law to try him in Finland. The court did not follow the appropriate steps for prosecution to sentencing. Didn't follow it. There was no prosecution. There was no, it was just someone on the table, sitting down. They come and read charge for him. Then the judge will just say, we sentence you to this. Are you crazy? Then you want him to go to prison like that without defending it? Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't.
Ngwana ọ na-afụgo ka echi were onye isi oche ya wagbu ugo eberego na mgbagbu. And according to ndị tụrụ ine asị ụmụnne m agwọ nọ n'akịrịka. Well, ọ ka nsị imi dịwa ndị na-akpọ anwụrụ. Finland ejeje kpọ anwụrụ nke ọjọọ ya ngwale ka imi na anya dịfa. Ndị Igbo na-atụ n'etu oke soro ngwere maa mmiri ya akọ ngwere mana ọ ya akọ oke. In other words, don't do because your friends are doing. Finland go follow the footstep of what they call it, Norway. They go follow the footstep of Norway against Chu Ayaba, the leader of Ambazonian government. How many population are there? Maybe about 5 million or 6 million. Then they go, they use that they compare people that have populations of over 150 million scattered all over the world. Any country you go today does not say Biafra. Let me not talk about Igbo. Let me just use that phrase Biafra because all Igbos are Biafra. Any country you enter, you don't see any Biafra there. My brother, just like Flavor sing on one of his albums, pack your kaya, your baggages, and quickly leave because that land, and when you hear the name, all the whole nutrients have been sucked by other people. Ndị Igbo anaghị aga ebe uru na-adịghị. A Biafra man will never enter a country where there is no milk and honey. But besides having that milk and honey, they will first of all look at the environment and know exactly how to attract that milk and honey. Igbo men are just like Chinese. We are numerous in everything. So Finland will be okay. Don't go follow Norway. Will be Ngwere. Go swim. Now, Norway, their own will be Ngwere don't dry you. Alex Tube of Finland he don't soak himself in better poto water. Because very soon now, inside this week where we they enter, my brother, the citizens of Finland is going to hit street to protest. We no go gree, we no go gree. Alex stop, you must go down, or we honorably impeach you. Exactly what we are witnessing in France today. Touch not my anointed, and do my prophet no harm. When they say it, some people don't understand. They will refer to prophet and pastors, deacons, reverend fathers. Mba, you are taking it all wrong. Touch not my anointed country, anointed tribe, wey be ndị Igbo, Biafrans, and do them no harm. Because if you try that, one day, look at the UK now. Look at UK. There was a post, I think I saw that post, from Maazichin Melomo. Let me read what is being said there, if I can be able to lay my hand on that post. What former British Prime Minister said. Whether I hear? Okay, yeah. Somebody herald. Look at what that person said. We are talking about this thing have been there for many years. He said the Biafra nation can never be allowed to be, for we do not trust what they will become with their vast resources around the Russians or French. Harold Wilson, UK former Prime Minister, now he make that statement. So does this one now, does this ring a bell in your ear? That they will not allow Biafrans to be because they are scared of where they're going to be in future. Why are you being scared of another country, a country of another origin, of another continent? You don't even stay on the same continent, but why are you afraid? Just like what United Nations representatives that representing the Sahel, a woman who said that the growth of Burkina Faso is a very big threat to the Westerners. How? Because they are kicking the Westerners out of their countries. And using all those things, they have been swindling from them to develop their country. It becomes it becomes a threat to them. France is falling down today because they have been kicked out of Africa. And many more is he going to join suit. UK. If UK does not fall from now till 2030, make I know wetin cause am. If UK does not crumble. Look at UK yesterday that bring church to Nigeria. Now UK have been overrun by Muslims. The other day, they appointed a lady, a Muslim lady, either Secretary General. The lady, what that lady is going to be doing, I mean, her duty is to take care of the anti-terrorism, immigration, those who come in and those who go out, plus other offices they are allocated to her. A Muslim woman. Then before in their parliament, it used to be 20%. Let's say 30% Muslims and 70% Christians. But now the table have overturned. It is now 20% Christians. Christians say, I'm not sure they are up to 20% in their parliament. Then the rest 80% or 80% plus are the Muslims. How the mighty has fallen. How the mighty has fallen. I'm still trying to bring you that connection of touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Touch not to my anointed tribe and do them no harm. If you try that, my brother, you are going to end up in shame. To Nigeria, they are doing well. To them, they are doing well. Tinubu is performing miracles, master strategies, but they are going down every day. Their debt profile when Buhari left office, according to them, was 87 trillion naira. But now, they are still grasping with 149 trillion naira. And some idiots are online on X celebrating. They are free from IMF debt. You are free from IMF debt. You pay IMF debt $1.6 billion. That is what you are celebrating. While you are owing World Bank over 18 to 19 billion, which is so approximately 25 trillion naira. And by the time this debt will be paid, because the more the debt is there, the more it keeps increasing due to exchange rate. And that was why the many countries are trying their best to make sure that the 4 naira to the least. So that if you are owing them $1 before you can convert your own money to pay that $1, maybe by the time you are going to pay it, the dollar that is 1,000 something now will then be either 3,000 naira, pay $1. You can see it, that the margin will not be there, and then your debt profile will be increasing. So, I still want you to remember, touch not my anointed tribe and do my prophet no harm. If you don't understand them this way, now you sabi, this one my own personal understanding and my own personal opinion. And that is the way it is being. Kenya touched the anointed one from the anointed tribe, and they received the repercussion. It is not even far too long. Do you know why Kenya have to give that ruling? After the Gen Zs destroyed their country with protest, do you know why they give that ruling? That Nigerian government did illegality in their country by abducting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know why? Because William Ruto, who is the president, came out openly and began to confess. He is seeing strange faces. Sometimes, not even in his sleep, not even in his dream. In his office, he will see a strange face. It will just wipe and go. It will just wipe and go. Then before he begin to receive, Kenyans, we Nigerians, we think, sorry, not Nigerians, come on, get out. We Biafrans or we Ndibo, we think that we have Otomokpo. My brother, most of the African countries know Otomokpo more than you. So when he went to ask some questions from all their herbalists, don't forget all these rich men, both ones in government offices, they will be the first in the front seat of church. But my brother, behind their back seat, a lot of things. You understand what I mean? So, when he went on fact-finding, what is happening? Why am I seeing strange faces? Both in my dreams and both in reality. Then the witch doctor, or native doctor, or white government doctor, or Olumba, they call open their mouth, come tell and say, look at where the problem coming from. You touched the wrong person. You people allowed a failed country to drag you to the mud, which is Nigeria. So the earlier you do this thing, the better for your country, because even some countries are beginning to boycott Kenya, seeing them as a lawless country, for allowing Nigeria to use their airports and their ground to perpetuate illegality. That was why Kenya have to hasten up. Do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case have been in Kenya court for the past 4 years, the same way it has been in Nigerian court? Nobody will tell you this because we are not eager to be reading their newspapers or know what is happening. But the case has been there for so long, which they don't want to do justice. But when this man called Ruto begin to see different faces, and when he went on a fact finding, and the whole calabash was broken to him, look at where your problem is coming from. That was why they rushed and gave that judgment. But now, the elephant in the house, which is the Zojuria, they are falling down every day, but they are claiming they are rising. Imagine in a country where a president will come out and tell you, I will not fight insecurity because if I try that, they will kill me. Haven't you heard Tinubu said that? He said that to Najiatu now when he called her to come and they be supporting him for second time. And she asked him, what are you going to do about the insecurity? The frog still told her on a very clear time that my hands are tied because if I fight insecurity, I might sleep, I will not wake up. That is a country you want a Biafran, the wise men that come from the east, the wise men that made things to happen, the wise men that anywhere they enter, even if there is darkness there, they must provide light. And you want them to remain at the same country with baboons who knows nothing other than skull mining, other than propaganda. And when you counter on their propaganda, they will say you are crying. That is the worst part of it all. Yoruba started, in fact, let me just say this thing so that everybody will know. Our problem in that zoo called Nigeria, we don't have problem with any other tribe. Let's forget about the South. We don't have problem with them. We don't have problem with Asari Dokubo. Our problem in that zoo called Nigeria is Yoruba bastards. They are the problem of the Igbos. They want to be competing with the Igbos, even when they don't have the quality to compete with an Igbo. Anywhere they enter, and find out the Igbos are doing well, they will make sure they put katakata there so that everything goes scatter. what do you call it? The protest going on in Ghana now. And Nigerians must go. Before it was Igbo must go. The Yoruba bastard are the one who instigated it, but now it don't affect all of them. Don't forget what OBJ said. And the floor of their parliament, they said, they made it categorically clear that any decision they are going to take that will favor an Igbo man and better their country, they rather not take it. So when they went on that sponsoring of this thing, what they call it, Ghanaian people, all in the name of Igbo must go, Igbo must go, Igbos are doing business, Igbos are doing akuna, Igbos are selling fake drugs. They don't know that it will result to today. But let me shock you one thing. Let me tell you something that will shock you. You know that when they are doing all those Igbo must go, the so-called president of the nation, even the minister of state for a minister of foreign affairs, which office that Bianco no hold self. When they are doing all these things, Bola Ahmed Tinubu never sent her to go to Ghana. But when the thing overturned, now it becomes Nigeria must go, not Igbo must go again, because Igbos are destroying their country. That was when Tinubu then instruct that monkey that called herself Bianca Ono to go there now to make peace. But it is rather too late, because they are the one that paid for it. They are the one that scattered South Africa for the Igbos. They went there, instigated them that Igbos are this, Igbos are that. And South Africa buy to the idea. Despite the fact that I know that South Africa have been a useless country, let me put it that way. All the whole countries that joined them and helped them to fight appetite, they are chasing them out of their country now. A typical example of biting the finger that is feeding you or that once fed you. That is exactly what is happening in South Africa now. I know they are not being good, but let me tell you the genesis of all these things. They still the same Yoruba bastards. And our people are still embracing these morons they call human beings. I'm sorry about all the words I'm using, whether it is appropriate or not appropriate. But I'm very, very sorry. But I don't know how to quantify all these people. Yeah, they are getting to my nerves. Each day I went to X, I will be fighting from morning till night. Sometimes replying replying some tweets they made concerning the Igbos. Before I finish doing that, my brother, half of the day have gone. Because I cannot keep quiet, fold my hands, and watch you, an infidel, degrading my own people, all in the name of propaganda, because you are looking for a cheap money on X, TikTok, or Facebook. No, I will not want that to happen. Yes, they are making money on my head, but that's no problem. Because what they are writing, people outside your shore is reading it. And that is what defines you when you go out there. Some people will be looking at you like they have seen a leprosy human being. You don't know that it's what they read online concerning you. So for me to defend my people and also defend my own integrity and that of my born and unborn generation is something that I can never fold my hands. I will keep on doing it. Today said that even X flagged my account. TikTok flagged my account because of the kind of words I'm using on them. So Finland is learning the hard way. Few comments and then we'll round up this show, please. Ogadoro. And according to Divine, so they say, Brother Chinedu, long life and prosperity. The good thing you are doing to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Frank J said, keep the good job, brother. You are doing well. Michael James Nweke, oil exchange, our brother, yes. My money and oil exchange hand plus other contracts. Anyway, let me not take much of your time because, in fact, this video is done long already. Hey, God have mercy. God, I beg you. In fact, help me to like and share. Let me not go further. Because if you leave me, I will talk from now till tomorrow. So, my people, if you get this message, please help me to like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. I still remain your one and only Okulora One Nation, or you can as well address me as Ukute Daily Talk 2. Kachineke Meziogu. Happy Sunday.